Most big cats are nocturnal hunters, so until now we've only witnessed a fraction of their lives. Scientific studies and filming during daylight hours have pieced together the evidence of the action during the night, but our understanding of the nocturnal life of all the big cats has been, at best, tantalizing. The leopard is a stealthy, solitary hunter. It's rare for an individual to kill by day, and rarer still for us to be able to film it. The leopard's territory may cover 25 square kilometres, and even with the cover of darkness, it's thought that less than 5% of hunts are successful. We can only try to interpret the evidence left in the morning, but there are people very practised in this particular art. For many years, field biologist Philip Stander has worked with the Junho Bushmen to study the leopards of Namibia.
Now this leopard can be within 5 meters of us, perhaps behind that bush. And in this habitat we will never see it. But with the skill of the Junho Bushmen, we are able to learn so much from the tracks. We know that it's an adult male, and there's a vast amount of information we can learn from these animals, purely from tracking.
More than 100 kills have been interpreted in this way. The bushmen can read the prints so accurately that they can follow the leopard's approach to its prey, and even see how he dug his paws into the sand before his final pounce. Like the leopard, the tiger is a nocturnal ambush hunter with a large territory. But in the Indian forest, there is even less chance of finding footprints in sand or evidence of a nocturnal attack. Once again, any film of a tiger hunt in daylight is rare. Ulas Karanth is a tiger expert who follows the animals through the forest by combining modern technology and a traditional ally, the elephant.
Radio telemetry enables you to keep track of animals that are secretive and which are active at night and which use very dense cover. And tiger is doing all these three things here. The cover is very dense, so you don't get much visual observation.
Radio tracking has revealed how tigers use their territory and guided researchers to the scenes of their kills, and the team has made a first step into the night. These photographic traps provide a true snapshot of the tiger's nocturnal movements, and their stripe patterns identify individuals. Yet without more complex technology, we're still very much in the dark. And what of lions? We've observed and filmed daylight hunts for many years, but always in the knowledge that most of their kills are made at night. It's only after decades of continuous research that the strategy of lion hunts has emerged. It's less a form of teamwork, as was once thought, more an exercise in individual risk analysis by each lioness. This is how the pride spends most daylight hours. Generally, hunting happens after the sun has set. But to follow the action into the night, we needed to be able to see in the dark, with cameras so sensitive that they could get pictures just in moonlight or even starlight. Or sometimes to use a completely different light source, infrared. The technology for doing that was developed by a very different kind of human hunter. But filmmakers like Justin Evans have now become very expert in its use.
The technology we use to film animals at night has all come from the military, and there is actually quite a lot of similarities between the way we approach difficult and shy animals and the way the military would operate. You need to assess the area you're working in. You need to think of tactics, how to get close to something that doesn't want you to get close to it. It can be very intense working at night, and I'm not sure that anyone really gets used to the dark. I think it's natural for all of us to feel quite fearful. If I turn this big infrared light out that we've got on at the moment, which is actually illuminating the picture that you're seeing, and I turn on this tiny torch, this is the sort of level of light I would use to see where the controls are, and you're seeing more than I can see because you've got an infrared camera which is very sensitive to this.
Justine's experience of nocturnal filming has been built up since 1996, when she first went to Africa with the inventor of the low-light camera, wildlife cameraman Martin Dawn.
We assumed that we would be able to film most of it in natural moonlight, but what we discovered was that on bright moonlit nights, nothing happened whatsoever. The lions just laid on their backs and slept, and so did all the prey. And it wasn't until it got really dark and stormy and moonless that things started happening. And the worse the weather, the more carnage.
This made the work even more demanding, but the behaviour it revealed was quite extraordinary.
I started filming a group of 10 lions that were all very young. They had a specialisation, and that was digging up warthog. Because there were 10 of them, there would be one digging and the rest would all lie around sleep, and then they'd take turns. So it was quite quick. Then eventually they would get to it, and then 10 mouths would just reach in, and this pig would just disappear in 10 directions. That was quite a vulnerable situation.
What's now clear is that lions and other predators have a quite different sense of purpose in the night. What's very natural for them is equally unsettling for us humans.
It's a strange feeling if you sit down in the middle of somewhere at night and you don't have your back to something solid. Like, it's nice to lean against a tree or something. It's psychological, I think, that you feel vulnerable from behind, and you can feel, yes, quite unnerved by the sounds around you and the fact that you can't see, and you think that but other animals can see you.
Since Justine first filmed her lions with the Starlight camera, infrared technology has evolved to take us deeper into the night. In this series, we've filmed nocturnal hunters and behaviour that's never been seen before, from the jungle streams in Ecuador to the bat caves of Texas. And this is just the beginning. As the technology develops and we gain more techniques and experience in working at night, the behaviour that has until now been hidden will be revealed. There's much more to discover in the nocturnal life of mammals.